Today we're going to show you one of the most disgusting strategy used in the Pokemon Unite Winter Tournament Grand Finals. Let's get started. Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave. Welcome back to Team 4 and Famous Family again. The combos I want to feature today is actually Blissey and Venusaur. This is a combo that we saw AFR took out against the Japanese #1 team and won against it, actually roll with it, and absolutely destroy the tournament. You will see them utilize this combo really well in this tournament, and I will feature every single one of this moment. So make sure to watch till the very end of the video because we're going to feature two gameplays because they actually did two different things with this combo, achieved the same goal. Now, you look at the build difference. Right now, you see 3 score shield from AFR side. You have Eldegoss, Blissey, as well as Venusaur, which is quite surprising. A lot of people say, why do you do that? Because Blissey actually gave Venusaur a lot of buff that this character can gain from the item Muscle Band. So he didn't take Muscle Band, he takes score shield as well, because he already made up the differences by getting that buff from Blissey. Meanwhile, on the side of Japanese team, you do have only 1 score shield, and that score shield is being taken by Talonflame. It's quite an interesting twist because right now Japanese strategy is being proven that they got countered many times by any other regions develop strategy against it. Because if people realize if they get the Japanese strategy, Japanese competition behind by getting the first Dreadnought and start, just over leveling you, what would happen to their team is they cannot push tier 2. If they can't push tier 2, their competition fall into problems. So the Japanese strategy is slowly transitioning into the mainstream strategy, the North America meta, aka. Now, even on top of that, we still have the Talonflame Lucario, the scoring meta. One thing that I did not really like is having a Charizard on the team, and they build really cringe. He has Focus Band as well as Muscle Band. He obviously does not know how much more damage Scope Lens offers. Now, obviously, given that Japanese teams, they're not really going for team fights most of the time, so we might see some changes to like how they play Charizard. Now, one thing I do will notice, warn everybody, is this Charizard did not do anything this entire game. In fact, I don't know why they picked Charizard. It's such a cringe pick, and a lot of core items that Charizard needs, it doesn't fit the Japanese playstyle, and you will see it in today's game as well. So with that being said, let's go into our gameplay. All right, the first game, you already see some differences. AFR is going with the more traditional rotation, the 1-1-3, where they had 3 people bottom, and the Japanese team had 2 people bottom only. Now, again, this is very interesting, and this is the reason why Blissey's strategy would work to begin with, because Blissey's strategy, it isn't going for the Blissey and Venusaur combo. In lane, Blissey actually doesn't offer much at all, if anything, because Blissey didn't have any burst damage. And even then, they're still missing the last hits on the Aldinos, so you can see bottom lane, they are having a free pass. So I wouldn't say Blissey have any utility in the earlier game, to be honest. In fact, I would say it's the opposite, right? Blissey doesn't really offer any burst damage, doesn't offer any secure. It's purely just buff, right? Give you attack speed, boost, and also give you crowd control immunity with safeguard and all that stuff. Helping Hand, safeguard. Very interesting. Now, if take AFR's composition to go against like a North America comp, where we have people like Wigglytuff, we have people like Slowbro, who have a lot more secure, what would happen is you come to the bottom side, you might lose everything, and then Blissey might fall really behind. Even though Blissey only needs like level 8 to unite, but if you fall super far behind early game, you might still run into a problem. Now, given that this game is still so chaotic, that even if you run Blissey, and as long as you have Pikachu, you have the enhanced auto attack, you have your skill 1, there's a chance you might still out-secure it. Now, on the first set of rotation here, you have Charizard, top side, rotate a little bit earlier, and then they end up killing Lucario, because on the traditional strat for AFR, they have only 2 people top, including their jungler and then Lucario. So it's 1-1-3, like I said. And then whereas for the Japanese team, they had 3 people top, so they easily destroy the Lucario from the AFR team and scoring some points. This will give them the early game scoring advantage. The AFR team is trading back, though. They know that you only have 2 people who doesn't do much damage, so what it did is they have score shield on Blissey, a score shield on Eldegoss. They were able to score and get both of our support to high level. You can see they're both level 5 right now. Well, usually support don't get to that high level. Support stays around like beginning of level 5 or probably level 4. Bottom lane from Japanese team, they're also level 5. Close to level 6 being there only have 2 people there. And now they're just finding their Aldinos. Let's see if they can get it. It does seem like they were doing okay. They got that one as well. Yeah, Japanese team definitely really good at secure, even with Venusaur. That's what they're really good at. Secure an objective and score them in. Now, let's take a look at the first Dreadnought fight. The Japanese team had like, let's see, 3 people here. Yeah, 4 people here with Talonflame and everything. They were actually here ahead of time, and they have a lot of burst damage, so they were able to take the first Dreadnought, I believe, with their positioning. That fly might be too early, but Charizard still ended up securing. It was 5 people. See, even the Japanese team know they have to secure the first Dreadnought to not put their team behind. In order to over-secure an enemy team, you want to make sure that you're ahead on levels, and that's exactly what they're doing right now, which is pretty interesting. Another interesting thing is the Talonflame players still run Fly in Flame Charge, which is not something that I'm a fan of. I've always been a big fan of Brave Bird. So now we see the AFR jungler. By the way, don't get distracted by the fact that they have a Venusaur. Just because they have Venusaur doesn't mean like, oh, by the way, nice secure from Talonflame. Doesn't mean like Venusaur is silent. This is actually a jungle Venusaur from AFR. They want to make sure the Venusaur gets as much farm as possible, which makes sense, you know. So the only way to guarantee that is to have a Venusaur jungle. You have Pikachu on the side who doesn't need a lot of levels and could still be effective. And this is where the Japanese team absolutely trolled. They gave all the advantage back exactly at this moment. So you go back to a few seconds earlier and you see exactly what happened here. They secured a Rotom. Yes, they secured a tier 1 tower. That's good enough. At this point, they do not need to push any further. But they really stretch their luck. They have 4 people pushing here, but they don't have a single Unite anymore pushing the tower. They had Unite before then. Charlie used Unite, Talonflame used Unite, and nobody has Unite. So what happened is they just give all the lead they had before. If they didn't score, AFR will be put in the back feet. But what happened was they tried to score at tier 2 on the Venusaur Autogas, and then they give all the level back. You have AFR who, I believe they killed Charizard, they killed Talonflame, they killed Lucario, they killed Autogas. They killed 3 people. When you're ahead of the enemy levels and they kill you, they get a lot of makeup experiences. I don't know exactly how much you get, but you get tremendous. Sometimes you'll see people win from level 4 and they get 1 kill, they win from level 4 to level 9 immediately. If we get stuck level 4 for a long time, because the makeup experience is that much. Okay, let's see the bottom lane secure. Unite comes in, and it seems like the Japanese team will secure the second Dreadnought going into the game, which is really important. It helps them level up, but right now it's a Blissey and Venusaur time, right? You can see that Blissey and Venusaur just have so much synergy together with a helping hand, with everything add up all together. Now this is a double support shred. You know, they're just full on peeling the Venusaur. It's Eldegoss and Blissey. So they have a lot of shield, they have a lot of heal, a lot of movement speed, and on top of it, they have crowd control immunity. This is actually kind of criminal, like what they're doing. Let's take a look at levels. AFR right now, 3 minutes 40 seconds in, tier level 13, which is similar to the strategy that we run with Gardevoir. When we play Gardevoir in our composition, we usually have like 2 people, at least level 13 or 14, by the time it gets to the remaining vital last 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Because our strategy prioritizes jungle for the Venusaur, which is similar to having a Venusaur jungle, you know? Like this is almost exactly the same. You can see right here, Venusaur is going back to the jungle, and he's getting a lot of farm. He's gonna get level 14. And OBN, because he's the bottom Venusaur, and with the Eldegoss, yeah, you're getting some farm, but you're not getting that much. And he's still hard stock level 12. The other Venusaur is close to level 14 already, getting all the buff. He's already level 14. So 2 levels ahead of OBN like Venusaur. Now, don't get me wrong, the Venusaur eventually gets to level 14, but he's drastically behind. And now he cannot rotate because all the top Aldinos are up, so he's hard stock top, whereas the Venusaur from AFR team is already coming to bottom. And obviously he has all the Blissey buff, he had all the Goss buff going forward in the team fight. Let's take a look at over here. Level 13 was level 14 Venusaur, huge difference on stats, but they both get their skill evolves, which is pretty cool. So this last 2 minutes is where this team really start becoming OP. Let's take a look at the top side. The Lucario tried to 1v3, but the E-speed is definitely fair game. Almost killing the Talonflame there, being one of the squishiest character in the game. And this is it, guys. Get ready to witness the first combo of the Venusaur and Blissey. There are 2 things that they do. The reason why Venusaur and Score Shield is because obviously the Unite, they can score, and you will see in the second game. But the first game right now, look at the Venusaur. He will start using his skill 2. First, you have Safeguard being used on the Venusaur, and then he starts just running into the enemy team. Look at this. And then Blissey unites on top of it. Look at everyone's HP going from 100 after Blissey Unite. Eldegoss dropped to 1 HP. The Charizard dropped to like 60%. I would say 55 to 60. And the Venusaur dropped to 50% immediately. With 1 Unite from the Blissey. Remember, the Venusaur still holds on to his Unite. He hasn't used his Unite yet. It's simply that the strategy, we can go back and rewatch this very moment, okay? Watch how they execute this strategy. So Venusaur staying there from, start fighting like he's inting. And by the time you get over them, Blissey unites on top of it, and everybody just go down to 0. They force the Eldegoss Unite immediately, but even when he comes down, he's still like, you know, quite low, not very healthy. Blissey ended up dying though, because everybody have to unite him, and he dies immediately, but now the Schwa, the AFR Venusaur, just start using Unite. And he has a tremendous advantage going forward, right? He's going to kill this Venusaur, get himself level 15. He's fully leveled out. And the other Venusaur is still hard start level 14. So that's the difference. Their entire strategy is to make sure the Venusaur hyper carries. They're basically returning the Venusaur to the pre-nerfed version of Venusaur. I mean, let's just put it that way. Right, look at the safeguard, look at the shield, look at the heal. This is still 50-50, by the way. They don't have a guarantee secure. At this point, even if you're really far AFR had, if Charizard secured Zapdos, the Japanese team would still win this match. But they did not. They get lucky. I would say AO's Fortis, right? The AFR team got lucky with the secure. Now, obviously, they have 4 people that's 4 versus 2, so it's more leaning towards their favor, but I would still say they're lucky, because it's just a 50-50 flip. The Charizard could well got it, and if Charizard got the Zapdos, he got a huge amount of HP back. It will stun everybody from the entire side of AFR. He would go score, leveraging the movement speed and everything. It would just be insane. Okay, you saw the first combo though. The first combo is literally the Venusaur runs into the team and it Blissey unites to give huge damage because it will run through the entire enemy team. Venusaur have the score shield. Have a lot of HP, have focus band, have Buddy Bear. So he runs into the team. He's really tanky. He activates skill 2, he has safeguard, he has immunity. He runs to the enemy team and Blissey unites on top of it, which does a lot of damage. Now let's take a look at second game where you can see them using the same strategy but more for scoring. Look at AFR. Again, 3 score shield. You have Eldegoss, Blissey, you have Venusaur. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Talonflame. That's it. It's just 1 score shield. I don't understand it. They're a Japanese team, but now they're making some like mixed match strategy, which I don't understand it. So let's go ahead and watch how the second game works. So over here, you can see that this 2 versus 1. This is come directly to fight this Lucario to get him low and then start getting the farms. 1 go for top, 1 go for bottom. Absolutely destroy them. This Lucario does get, I guess, is a little bit better. At this point, the Lucario just got lucky on the bottom flip. The other Lucario just kind of missed, but that could go either way. If the Lucario from the Japanese team actually secured it, they will completely dominate this other Lucario, right? The AFR Lucario. So again, 2 versus 3 on the bottom lane. The Blissey is getting a free pass. The other guy's still level 3, and now they're trying to go for the beast. Yeah. Ooh, he actually got 4 points. That is crazy. Like, even though it's a 3 versus 2, just the one little Razor Leaf there still got 4 points out of 10 for the side of Japanese team, which is crazy. Because again, the Charizard is so insignificant that you will see in this game, that this tournament, that I don't know why you would ever pick Charizard. It doesn't make any sense. Dragonite would be 10 times better. Or if you don't want to get Dragonite, Cinderace, bro. Hyper carry, man. Hyper carry it up. Like, if you know you're gonna have a jungle that's uncontested, go Cinderace. Why do this cringe stuff? So right here, ooh, the punch, 1 more auto attack did not work though. And now this Lucario is in a lot of trouble. And then they get E-Speed on, and he's gonna die. I mean, that's just unlucky. But look at this game. Like, this is the power of 2-1-2 versus 3-1. Like, Japanese strategy versus the regular strategy. The Japanese strategy is absolutely winning. The bottom lane, it's not like they're not farming, they're farming. And the top lane is 2 people top, so Charizard easily get level 9, and now he's making his way back to bottom lane to go to contest Dread. I guess that's the reason why they run 2-1-2, because they want to make sure the top lane is more protected, I would say. Definitely, I would say it's more protected. I think our comb's the best. Wiggly and Slowbro. But if you look at this, Japanese strategy once again came off on top. One more time, this is where I don't understand why they don't take more score shield. They have this winning strategy, but they don't take score shield, which means they cannot lead their advantage into more objectives, into more score, which is usually what they do really well. Okay, so this time the Japanese team become a little bit smarter. They did not int the top tier 2. Good for them for coming to the bottom side. And now Venusaur's running in, they try to score. But unlucky for them, they don't have a single score shield. So their entire team, except for the 14 point that they could have scored, everyone else just got canceled. Again, I just don't understand this not taking score shield type of shit, right? Like, you're not fighting that much. You're just going for your rotation. Like, so far, you haven't seen them fighting that much. If you're not going for damage, even Charizard could have taken score shield, to be honest. Again, I don't understand why they don't take score shield on Eldegoss. I don't understand why they don't take a little bit more score shield on Lucario. They could have scored a lot more points with it. So over here, they did that combo. They did the Blissey and Venusaur combo to go forward to fight them. And obviously, Japanese team is fighting them on the full front. Everybody using their Unite here. It does seem like the team fight comp is winning on top of it, because it's Blissey Venusaur is really, really strong, and Lucario is running E-Speed and close combat. So it's doing a lot more damage, except for compared to the Bone Rush Lucario, which is mainly going for the split, the mobility. Right? See, look at Miva here. Right? He's just killing everybody. With close combat. They're having problem killing this one person alone. And I'm pretty sure this Telephone gonna die here. Keep on chasing close combat Lucario. Stupid. Yeah. Charizard eventually come here united and got the Dread. It turned out that, yeah, it is Flare Blitz. You saw he just dashed into the enemy, which I don't understand, especially when enemy had Blissey. You know your quad control is not going to work. Why do you want to jump onto the people and get you completely killed? Imagine using a Flare Blitz on a Venusaur with a Blissey next to it, who is immune to quad control. That type of decision making is just not fluid. It's so rigid. They don't know how to be flexible within the match. That's something I see from the Japanese team. Like, their strength is discipline, their weakness is flexibility. And they're being heavily punished. The Charizard is absolutely useless all game. And on top of it, you learn Flare Blitz, which make you more useless. So at this point, the team fight comes already coming to the stronghold. Telling for him to go to the other side of the map to score some points is absolutely useless. He goes in, he can do some damage if he lends his skills, but it's pretty much largely useless. It's not gonna do that much, Like, he can't kill anybody right now, especially not on a Blissey Eldegoss protected Venusaur. Like, you're just not. Like, look at the Venusaur. He just runs around. He doesn't give a hell. He doesn't give a care in the world. He knows he's going to get protected. He's going to get shield of precautionary immunity. He's going to get all the kind of stuff. To get everything that a carry would dream of, only dream of in the world of Pokemon Unite. But they're not making a mistake that the Japanese team was making. They're not really, like, diving in 1 versus 5 here. They're not doing that. Or dive into a tower that's heavily guarded. That's something that we saw the Japanese team did, the mistake that they made in the game 1, where they entered tier 2. If they didn't do that, they would have a much better chance of winning that match. Going forward. Their own Venusaur will be more farmed. Everybody will be more farmed. Again, you will see a huge Venusaur level difference. This Venusaur from the AFR team is level 14, at least close to it. The other Venusaur is level 13. And this Venusaur is not even farming. They're coming directly team fight with safeguard, where everything. Look at the Charizard. He will force you Unite right here. Otherwise, he would be dead. Right? And now his Unite is absolutely useless with the Blissey and Venusaur, right? Look at, Blissey just unites Venusaur every single time. And all of a sudden just make this Venusaur absolutely invincible. Unkillable right now. And the OBN just be like, oh, fuck, I'm killing like 4 people all by myself. What the hell? And guys, watch this. I want to watch this very carefully. Yes, they won a team fight to kill the Venusaur, but they still lost the Zapdos. This is exactly what I said in the previous game. It's all 50-50. It's pure luck. Right? It's pure luck that they got it, even though they have 4 people. And this is why I think Pokemon Unite as a game is so unbalanced. They don't reward team fight, basically. They don't. Like, you gain nothing by winning team fights. Absolutely zero. There's nothing you gain from it. Luckily, what they did is they obviously killed some people. Only Charizard can make it through to score the 100 points. So to make the game close. But nonetheless, like, you can see that this Venusaur just dominating. Like, look at another 46 points. At this point, you can say, oh, they're ahead. They're probably winning right now. Blissey United just not too long ago, at 2-minute mark. So 1 minute passed. How much does Blissey have on the Unite? We don't know. And also, like, this is another 80 points on top. Okay, this should be a sure win to the Japanese team. Like, we're going to game 3. But no, like, you will see in the end the turnaround, right? Like, they're just waiting for Blissey Unite. Unluckily, the OB spot doesn't give us, like, the Unite timer, or at least show us the dots for Unite, which is something that they have to change. Because from a spectator perspective, it's so important. Even caster, it's so important knowing, like, how many people have Unite, how many people doesn't. The fact that they don't show that in OB spots is just a huge mistake. It's a necessity. It's not something that, okay, it's must, like, a feature. It's a necessity. Look, Blissey United, look at the body bear right here. 100 scored. They score like 200 points right here. Venusaur scored 100 points and the Blissey scored another like 80, 90 points on top of it, which is just criminal. Instantly crushed the dreams and goals of the Japanese team. They scored 200 points in the last second. Not the exact last second, the last like 20 seconds. And that's the thing of running Score Shield. Even they run Score Shield. I don't know why, like, the Japanese team all of a sudden stopped running Score Shield. They were the Score Shield region. They love to run Score Shield, but they didn't. But it does show us this combo of Blissey and Venusaur, with Venusaur running, like, Score Shield that he can score, and with Blissey running this very, very incredible protective type of deal. Because they're trying to protect the king. They're trying to fight backwards, not trying to engage. They can let you engage. Blissey in the back, if you engage us, you're kind of screwed. So overall, like, I think this strategy does make a lot of sense. I'm a big fan of it. What do y'all think, guys? Make sure to drop the like, subscribe, turn the bell on to all notification bells. Remember to join our live streams to witness our quests for the Holy Grail, the world's ticket for North America region tonight. And I'll see you guys on live stream Sunday. Signing off. Love you guys, and bye for now. Just for the thrill.